Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Janine Harry, a communication scientist by profession, here to give you communication tips and self awareness strategies through conversation. So, thank you so much for joining me once again. And in today's particular YouTube video, I am going to be discussing role models and evolved approach to admiration. Now, for the most part, all of us have these role models, right? And if you don't feel comfortable using the term role models, because I personally never felt comfortable using that term, I would always prefer to just say, hey, that's a person that I admire. So you can even just switch this up and say, people that I admire or people that I aspire to be like, okay, whatever term you feel comfortable using. So basically, these, let's call it the role models for today, are people that we look up to because they have certain things that we want, or they have certain relationships and friendships that we aspire to have. Now, a very limited and less evolved way of viewing the lives of our role models is basically a situation in which we simply say, I want what they have. I want the success that they have. I want the life that they are leading. I want the relationships and the friendships that they have, right? That's a less evolved approach. It's the approach of just wanting the end result of what someone else has. But a more evolved approach is actually asking the question, what can I do to get what they have? It's actually paying attention and trying to understand what those role models have done to get what they have, to achieve what they have achieved, right? Because a lot of the time, we simply want what others have. We want their success. We want their friendships. But we don't ask ourselves, what are the steps that I need to take to get to that point? I want you to think about your role model as a mold, right? And by now we all know that each mold is a different shape and it's a different size. And in order for you to fit the mold of something, you need to reshape yourself. But the mistake that many people make is they want to fit themselves into any type of mold and then they wonder why they can't fit. You are not fitting the mold of what you want to become because you are simply not doing the work and putting in the effort to fit that mold. And a good example to use is the example of relationships, okay? A lot of people who are going through really struggling types of relationships, they might look at the relationships of other people through the lens of admiration. And a lot of women might be saying things like, oh, her husband or her man is treating her so good. Why don't I get that same treatment from my man? A lot of men might be looking at the ways in which their male friends are being treated by their girlfriends or wives. And they may say things such as, oh, his wife treats him with so much respect and loyalty, and she's so submissive and calm. Like, why don't I get that same treatment from my girlfriend or my wife? But here's the thing, a lot of us, we want the types of relationships that other people have, but we're not willing to make certain changes to actually get that relationship. Okay, as I said, it's all about I want, I want, I want, but it's less about what do I need to do to get what I want. A lot of times we are looking at the success stories of others and we want the end result of what other people have, but we are not willing to put in the work to get that end result. Okay, we're not willing to put in the work to fit the mold of what other people have. Okay, so in order for you to be what someone else is, or to have what someone else has, you need to embody the qualities of the person that is able to receive whatever it is that you want to receive. Okay, that is a more evolved approach to looking at role models. That is a more evolved approach to having admiration towards these people that we aspire to be like. And this is such a great approach to have because it is within this moment that we do not simply have to look at our role models through the lens of resentment. Because most often, when we are perceiving the lives of our role models, it's easy to feel a sense of resentment because they have what we do not have as yet. But when we actually take an evolved approach to looking at our role models, we realize that, hey, they have put in the work and the effort to get what they want. What do I need to do? What are the things that I need to pay attention to? What are the changes that I need to make? Okay. So it's not about I want, I want, I want. It's about what do I need to do to get exactly what it is that I want. And that is the best evolved approach that we can take when looking and viewing the lives of the people that we aspire to be like. So I hope that this helps. If you think this video was amazing and great, let me know and also share it with whoever you think might need to see it. Till next time, much love.